He retweeted it himself, presumably as some sort of cracked out fetish thing. Richard Spencer is the one that tweeted it out. Let me look up. Let me look up this gay Brazilian Findom black account quickly and just see what's going on. Look at his face, bro. Caught with his trousers, caught with his skirt around his ankles, quite literally. Honestly, Milo back on Twitter is so great. It's I always wake up, have a little look at Twitter. Often we'll see one of his tweets. Normally, it's about stuff I don't really know about and haven't really followed that much, right? But then I see one like this and I'm like, I get this one. Glenn Greenwald's adopted sons will end up raped if they haven't been already.
Off depressed people.
Say what you want about our speech in Oz, but if those officers got in trouble for that funny video here, we'd start a riot.
Thank you for the super chat. I'd hope so. Australia's the land of banter, isn't it? I've got to say, like, dude, I know it's obviously a very tired, played out thing at this stage, right? But it is honestly just so insane that all these fucking, like, rightoid people are like sweeping for Glenn Greenwald. And I'm just like, he's like a totally, like, wretched degenerate. And you're, like, being like, well, he does good journalism, though. It's like, if this was some fucking, like, I don't know, like, blue-pilled libtard, you guys would be fucking going absolutely insane over this. Do you know what I mean? You guys would be like going hell for leather. I mean, how many times do we ever see a picture of fucking Biden's, fucking Hunter Biden's cock, you know? But when it comes to fucking Glenn Greenwald, someone they like, it's like, oh no, don't share that around, guys. Come on, let him have his private life. He fucking retweeted it, dude. This motherfucker retweeted it himself because he's some weird fucking, you know, he likes being punished by being shamed. Just feels like total cope. You know? Wait, did he go on Tucker Carlson recently as well? Bro, he went on Tucker Carlson. This came out yesterday. No way! I wonder if they talked about the video. It was filmed before. There he is. Looking a bit more professional here.
That I know personally. So it must be a little weird to get scooped by CNN on Joe Biden's dementia. Like, you had no idea.
None of us knew. I mean, there was that debate and we were all shocked, but we were told he had a cold. So it's like, okay, he's on some cold medication. Like, who hasn't been there before? It makes you a little like a little droggy, a little groggy, a little.
The timing is pretty rough, I must say. Oh yeah, dude. These people are such fucking... Dude, these people are such hacks. It is honestly unreal. I said this on my last show ahead of maternity leave, but would like to reiterate here. Glenn Greenwald is one of the most important and honest voices of our time. Everyone should follow and support his journalism. You can subscribe to his channel here. Now listen, I'm not saying that you need to make a post about Glenn Greenwald's gay sex fantasy, okay? I'm not saying you have to go out here and be like, say anything. Just ignore it if you want to and don't fucking get into it. And if questions, say, you know, I find it unpleasant, this is private life, whatever, right? Whatever you want to say. If you want to do that, maybe. But it's just like, it's so transparent that if this was someone on the opposite side to them, they would be going fucking insane for this. Now, there could be some people that maybe would be more reasonable and would be like,
okay, that's wonderful.
You know,
but how do I make money?
Fair on each element of it.
You mock him, but I haven't seen anyone as dedicated to investigating Hyperfoot healthcare.
Thank you, Anon, for the 333. Really glad to see you doing a 180 on your opposition to prostitution, pornography, and homosexuality. And then there's, dude, all these people are trying to shill this idea that it's Israel or the deep state. He retweeted it himself, presumably as some sort of cracked out fucking fetish thing. How can you say that he was hacked when he retweeted it himself? The video was posted by some fucking random, Findom account, right? This is the series of events. Random Brazilian Findom account posts it, I believe without many followers. He retweets it on his own account, and then maybe he forgot to log out of his ult, I don't know. Or maybe he wanted people to fucking see it. And then people saw it and started talking about it, and now there's this ridiculous excuse that it's Israel or the deep state that have done this. Explain how that's possible. With those series of events, how is it possible that he was hacked? Yeah, but okay. The problem is, he was hacked, and then they retweet this video. Let me find it quickly. Let me find it real quick. Richard Spencer is the one that tweeted it out. Let me look up. Let me look up this gay Brazilian Findom black account quickly and just see what's going on. Let's have a little investigation, shall we? Right, where is it? Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. Dude, where is it? Come on. Dude, Richard Spencer is honestly a very wild, a bit of a wild card, really. He's posted a picture of Glenn. Oh my god, dude. Oh. Okay. What was this account that it got posted from?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Chud, Glenn was short on money for his Brazilian Findom king. As punishment, he took his cell phone and leaked the deets instead of splitting his wig.
Okay, dude. Thank you. Thank you very much, PD, for the super chat. Dude, I can't find the post now. I need the name of the Brazilian Findom account, the Brazilian gay black Findom account that tweeted this. Where is it? I can't find it, dude. Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Glenn Greenwald. Richard Spencer. Maybe I can find it this way. John wants to follow the account. Oh wait, hang on a sec. What is this? What is this new piece of information I've just found? Glenn Greenwald's barely legal husband died from a gay sex-induced infection. David Miranda passed away at the age of 37. One day before his 30th birthday. He'd been hospitalized since August 2022 due to a severe gastrointestinal infection that led to multiple organ failures. Well, hold on a sec. Hold up. Let's just slow down a little bit, okay? No, you could, dude. Nah, come on, dude. You can't. This is. I do not believe this 100%. Okay, be careful. Be careful. Be very careful. Guys, chill out a little bit. Okay, it's not proven. Okay, there's no evidence. There's no evidence. I can't find this account though. We're just supposed to delete it. I can't find it. Does anyone know what the account is? Maybe if I just search Glenn Greenwald, I can find it. Where is it? Come on. Come on, where is it? I can't find it, guys. I just want to look and see how many followers the account has got. Because I'd heard that it didn't have very many followers. And then obviously the logic goes, if you don't have very many followers, then it would be such a ridiculous coincidence that the hacker hacked in and knew to retweet that. Do you see what I mean? Okay. Is this it? Ah, yes. Thank you. Findom Ferrers. Oh my god, dude. Look at this. Look at his face, bro. Caught with his trousers, caught with his skirt around his ankles, quite literally.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Glenn reminding us all that male sexuality, unchecked by female restraint, is a dark, scary place.
Thank you for the super chat. Okay. Vyndham Ferrers, Master Ferrers. Well, oh, hang on a sec. Looks like the Mossad operative that was running this one has disposed, shall we say. Okay. Interesting. So, Master Ferrers has deleted his account. Okay, I've got an archive. Yeah, bro. So, this is an archive from yesterday, okay? This account has got 275 followers, and it joined in February 2022, 3 years ago. Now, obviously, I can't see what kind it was protected when it got archived. Let me see if I can go back and have a little peer into the dark hole, shall we say? Oh, there's only 2 archives from well, it makes sense, right? There's only 2 archives when it was people were discussing it from the looks of it. So, dude, what is the argument that this is hacked? It doesn't make any sense, dude. Because how would they know about the video on this 275 follower account? The other argument would be that account was some sort of op, but it was set up in 2022. So what, they set up this account in 2022, waited 3 years, and then did it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It is just very simply Occam's razor. Is it Occam's razor? The simplest explanation is the most likely. Which is, he retweeted it either by accident or out of some sort of perverse interest in having people see it because he gets off on being ashamed. And it blew up in his face. Maybe he was on drugs when he did it. I don't know. But allegedly he was smoking crack. But I don't know about that. This hack narrative, it would just be such a sort of absurd coincidence. And like, they hack his Twitter account. They know that this video exists because they're also running that account and they retweet it. If you search the account, most replies on Twitter contain both Glenn's at and the dude's at, which means most replies interacted with the tweet through the retweet itself.
Banana
right,
Bender
okay.
became a member. Banana Bender celebrates 4 months of membership. Bro looked like a deer in headlights. Bo Black's take tips.
Banana Bender, thank you for the membership. Appreciate that, thank you. So yeah, I'm not buying this narrative that these fucking rightoids are trying to sell, that it was some deep op, some Mossad op. Blame Chud, then he showed you. Well, I had to show it because it was one of the funniest things that's happened all month. That is the funniest drama in May, as far as I'm concerned. Come on, bro. Look at that. How can you not laugh at that? And well, I mean, I think that, you know, there's a perception that Glenn Greenwald is going against the state, and he does speak out against the state and stuff like that or whatever. He's like a populist guy. But why would they need to run an op like this? He's gay. People already know he's gay. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. And also, it's not even worked because people are like, yep, don't care about that. He's a great journalist, so you don't care. The Mossad made him kiss the black feet. He retweeted a video of himself doing gay shit. Yes, exactly, precisely. At least there's some rightoids that are willing to be honest about the situation. But yeah, I just, you know, I don't really care one way or another. It's just funny to me. It's just a very, very comedic thing that's happened. But yeah. You could be a good journalist and love BBC. Yes, exactly. Precisely. The idea that seeing him doing gay stuff means the Vitals would be disgusted by it, so they have a little infighting. Yeah, but to what end? I just think it's one of those situations where, because you've got much like the Russell Brand stuff, we'll
Okay,
take a
that's
look at
wonderful.
later.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
Kagaya's top gal is Mexican BTW.
Thank you, Banana Bender, for the super chat. Yeah, I think I follow them. They're like some Mytoid account. I mean, you know, they post funny stuff sometimes, but they do seem quite racist, I must say. But I mean, you know, this is like a correct take here. You're what? You're laughing? Mossad has deployed their BNWO BBC foot fetish findom agents, and you're laughing. Oh my god, dude. It is just a bit grating, yeah, because it's like you don't you know, I'm not even, you don't need to like condemn it, right? You don't need to come out and say, "Oh, I condemn him being gay." It's just this obvious and transparent like sides cut mentality that's annoying. You know, it's like you're only saying this because he's on your side. Literally, that's it. That's the only reason you're saying this. And in fact, I'd be interested to go back and, you know, look at Candace Owens' other takes when this sort of thing comes out about people. And I wouldn't be surprised if she had an exact opposite take when it's some fucking lefty being exposed for some degen shit. I mean, how many times did Candace Owens talk about Hunter Biden's cock? You know, I understand that there is like, you know, there is a legitimate concern or criticism or commentary about Hunter Biden because he's the son of the president. That's fine. You can talk about that. But the flavor of a lot of the coverage was not about, some of it was, to be fair, like this Burisma thing or whatever. A lot of it was just Hunter Biden smokes crack and fucks hookers, right? And that was the thrust of a lot of the coverage that you saw. But yet when Glenn Greenwald is allegedly smoking crack, doing weird findom shit with a black guy, it's, oh, guys, he's a great journalist though, isn't he? Oh, no, don't look at that. Don't pay attention to it. There's nothing to morally condemn here. It's just funny to laugh at, but if you're on his side, you're not going to find it so funny. What's the problem? Well, as I'm saying, if you don't find it funny, it's fine. It's the sweeping that's annoying. If you were just like, you know, gave some sort of vague statement about it. I mean, this isn't even the most egregious example, but there's people that are saying it's an Israeli op, you know? Wasn't it underage hookers? I don't think so, no. I don't believe so. What is there to sweep for? The thing that's being swept for is to claim that it is some sort of op or Israeli op, rather than what is likely the truth, that Glenn Greenwald retweeted it himself, thus bringing attention to it, because he has got some sort of weird shame fetish, or accidentally did it.
Off depressed people.
Glenn recently said he got a pager from a little funny fellow. I wonder, should he be concerned?
Thank you for the super chats. And the reason I think that's an issue is because you're giving weight to these conspiracy theories when there's no evidence of any of this. And it makes far more sense that he did it himself because he's got a fetish about it. Yes, see, Reverend Volt yes. Reverend Volt, often with a good take because it agrees with me. I could imagine that they would absolutely hound some lefty for weeks if they found them doing some gay sex instead of making up this Mossad hack bullshit. Exactly my point. Yes, precisely. You guys forced me to read your mentally retarded opinions daily so you can handle a little booty sex. I mean, you know, if you're disgusted by it, that's your look at. I don't find it like, you know, I'm genuine and I'm not homophobic. Obviously, it's unpleasant to look at, but, you know, I'm not homophobic. It's more funny to me. It's just, you know, degenerate. It's like degeneracy only matters when it's politically expedient. That is the thrust of the point there. Oh, well, funnily enough, Glenn Greenwald has got like it's a sort of like horseshoe theory type shit, where it swings back round and like far lefties will like
Okay,
Glenn
that's
Greenwald because
wonderful.
he's
But how do I
anti-deep state
make
or whatever.
money off depressed people?
Are gays subhuman?
No, no, I don't believe so. No, but thank you for the super chat, Banana Bender. Glenn isn't really. Glenn is a left populist, I think. Glenn is more of a lefty populist guy, so sometimes he'll meet, like for example, he'll be critical of Biden, but he's criticizing him from the left, from a far left populist perspective, and then obviously right populists will like that, you know. But I mean, I've not followed his stuff. I would have thought he would probably be criticizing Trump for some stuff too, because although people don't fucking like him or whatever, like he has got quite like a consistent perspective on things, and so I wouldn't be surprised if he was critical of Trump for this free speech stuff that's been going on recently. Because I don't think he's the kind of guy that would shy away from criticizing Trump, you know?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
It's the Mitchell and Webb Diana assassination sketch just with Mossad.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So we got the plan. We're gonna hack this Brazilian black male Findom account, and then Agent C is gonna hack the Glenn Greenwald Twitter account, and then we're gonna post a video of him getting Findomed, and then at the same time you are gonna find the video and you are gonna repost it in order to spread it, and this will somehow help Israel. Oh, classic. Right. Why I'm not an Israel defender at all. And I don't want to talk about it either because I'm fucking sick of it, okay? Dude. Bring back the fucking Sam Hyde perspective. That was great. When the Sam Hyde perspective was the right one. We need to go back to that. That was great. Desert people fighting over rocks. Classic. Okay. Any other little tidbits I wanted to go through before we move on?